Hello everyone! Today I want to share what I got from this year's Holo Taco Black Friday sale. Stay tuned till the end because I have a lot I want to discuss. The vault, the advent calendar, 12 days of Christmas, the new magnetic topper. But for now, let's get started with the haul. The first polish that is up is Holo Cappuccino. This is a medium brown polish in Holo Taco's crushed holographic formula. I really like the crushed holo formula, and this Holo Barista collection that this polish is from is one of Holo Taco's best collections. I think a lot of people would agree with that. So I just wanted to finally complete my collection of these because I only had the two lighter shades, Haute Couture and Blushed Ice. This applies beautifully, I got full coverage in 2 coats, and it's a really nice neutral shade. The next polish that is up is I Say Mocha. This is a crushed holographic polish in a deep mocha brown shade. I got so lucky because I was already planning on buying the remaining 3 polishes I needed to complete this collection. And if you didn't know, Holo Taco is rotating the polishes they're offering in rewards every Monday until December 15th. And I wasn't even thinking about that at all, but I happened to be busy all day the Saturday and Sunday that the Black Friday sale started. I almost made my purchase on Sunday night, but I was so tired, I was like, let me complete my purchase tomorrow morning with a fresh mind. And Monday morning comes around, I roll out of bed, and when I go to make my purchase, I see the rewards refreshed. And what do you know, I Say Mocha was one of the rewards polishes. So I got to redeem this with my points, and I was so glad I unintentionally waited to order. The next polish that is up is Espresso Your Holo. This is again a crushed holo in a dark espresso brown shade and the darkest of all the Holo Barista shades. I'm glad I finally have all of these now. There's been many instances where I want to wear one of these shades and I just didn't have it, so I couldn't. I specifically remember wanting to pair Spyglass, which is a crushed holo polish in a baby cornflower blue shade, with Espresso Your Holo because blue and brown is a cute color combo, but I couldn't. But now I can. And here's a quick look at the whole collection together. I have a little qualm with my Blushed Ice because it looks really similar to Haute Couture, just a smidge warmer. Like you can barely tell the difference in most lighting. I didn't buy it during launch, but seeing swatches and hearing people's review, I heard Blushed Ice has a pinkness to it, and I could clearly see the difference with Haute Couture. But there was a period of time where Blushed Ice was out of stock for a while due to like pigment availability stuff, I think. So I got it when it came back in stock. I was so excited, but that later batch, it just looks like Haute Couture with like a drop of warmth added. Don't necessarily regret it, but I don't know, it would have been nice to know. Moving on, the next polish that is up is Going Solo. This is a black crushed holo with a blue iridescent micro shimmer. You can probably tell by now I really love the crushed holos. This was released as part of last year's Declassified set, formerly a reject from the Rock Candy collection. I was tempted by this polish when it first released, but I like sitting on things and thinking for a while. And throughout the year, Going Solo kept coming back in my mind, so I took that as a sign I did really want it. And it didn't disappoint. I'm planning to wear this on my toes in December. this polish along with all of last year's declassifieds are retiring, so once they sell out, they won't be restocked again. Kind of sucks that they were only around for a year, but better than Holo Taco's usual one drop and it's over type, I guess. The next polish that is up is Rainbow Snow. This is a classic silver hollow glitter polish. I can feel this is going to become one of my all-time favorites. I just want to pair this as an accent nail for so many polishes I can imagine. I actually used to hate silver polishes, or like all things silver pretty much. When writing this script, I was planning to share the story of what flipped the switch in my brain for me, but it was way too long for the amount of footage I have, so I'll eventually make a video about it the same way I did for greens. But it's gonna be a lot more interesting in my opinion because my beef with silver goes way back, like A5 Wagyu levels of beef. This polish is so gorgeous and so sparkly though. It provides great coverage in 2 coats, but since my nails are longer, I went in for a third, mainly focusing on the tips. You don't want to apply like this for most polishes, but since this polish is so textured, it's fine. If you want a super smooth finish, you'll want 2 coats of top coat or a glitter grabber and then a top coat. But I just did one for this video, and typically in real life, I'll only do one unless I'm feeling super fancy because I can't be bothered. Feeling a little bumpiness doesn't bother me that much. The next polish that is up is Lavender Syrup. This is a pale, cool lavender purple in a linear holographic formula. Never been the biggest fan of linear holos because one of my first, if not first one, was Pink Fizz, and I was super disappointed by how cool toned and sort of purpley it looked compared to my expectations from the swatch photos. But Lavender Syrup is beautiful. I think the coolness that comes from the linear pigment works in a lavender shade, and Holo Taco does linear holos very well. I got full coverage in 2 coats and the hollow flame is very strong. By the way, I went to search Pink Fizz on the website just to see the swatch photos again, and it's nowhere to be found. It's been delisted and I have no idea why. I keyword searched Pink Fizz on the Simply Neological Discord to see what's up, and I guess it's been delisted for a while now. It's possibly being discontinued, maybe? I don't know, but if it is, I think it deserves it. The last polish I got is a topper. I got Shooting Star Taco. This is a topper with silver holographic star-shaped glitters and scattered hollow. I'm gonna swatch this over 1 coat black as demo. I wanted this topper when it first released in the camping collection, but I waited till it was on sale, and it's a nice star topper. No comments really. I found that these stars came out way easier than Starry Eyed, for example, but not as easy as the other star-shaped topper I own from by Danny Viana that I showed in my previous Wicked video. I shook the bottle and also had it upside down for a minute and still had to kinda swirl my brush around before applying to get a few stars on the brush. The other one I have, by Danny Viana, All the Stars in the Universe, I just shook the bottle like usual and got so many stars per dip without fishing. But this topper is not hard to work with by any means, and it's very pretty. I really like it. Finally, I picked up some essentials. I got another bottle of Glossy Taco and the sticky base to try out. The new bottles have top coat and base coat written on the front. It's pretty cute. And next, I debated showing this or not because it's kind of embarrassing, but I got 5 cleanup brushes. I'm so careful with taking care of these. I rinse them with water and oil them after every single use, but they still end up fraying and getting messed up. I heard a tip and tried dipping it in hot water and tried to melt the bristles back into place, but it didn't work. The logical mind would say stop buying these and find a different brush, but I just love how teeny tiny the tip of the Holo Taco brushes are. I don't know how many of y'all will get this reference, but I feel like Tana Mojo back in the day. She used to repurchase the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette all the time because of one shade that she used for her eyebrows, until someone told her they sell that shade as a single.
This is like my 7th Naked Basics palette because I just keep rebuying them for this shade, which is so sad. And like I have like 4 at home. that have all these colors in them. This one completely gone, and like have to keep buying them for the color.
That's me with the Holo Taco cleanup brush, kind of. Here's an example of how the brush looks after a few months of use. I wish I knew the specific amount of time, but I didn't really take note of that. And I've had brushes that's gotten way worse than this one. I wish I kept those as examples to show, but I've disposed of those since they have no use for me. I have been trying this alternative from Olive and June. You can see it's much bigger than the Holo Taco one, but I've been learning and getting used to it. I sort of just use the sides rather than the tip of the brush when trying to get that perfect shape around my cuticles, and I've gotten used to it. It's been a few months and the bristles still look okay, so maybe this will be my new brush and I'll have my Holo Taco ones for when I really need something super precise. So hopefully I don't need to keep buying these, and if I do again in the future and I film a haul, I probably won't show y'all. But that is all for my Holo Taco Black Friday haul. That is it for this video. If you don't want to hear my additional thoughts, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye. And to everyone who stuck around, hello again. You're probably wondering what you're looking at. Well, it's at this point of the video where most nail channels that I watch would switch to face cam to discuss their final thoughts, but I don't want to be on camera, and there's only so many aesthetic bottle shots I can get, so here's some Suika game. Hopefully this isn't too random, but I thought it'd be something fun and satisfying to look at while we chat about nail polish. First, the vault. When Holo Taco opened up their vault, I got David's Teal and Teal with it. When the collection first released early last year, I only got Steep Dreams and Pearl Grey because those other shades sold out so quickly while I was still pondering about it, because sometimes I like to think for a good while before I make a purchase. Very glad I have those now. I have no regrets. It's a very beautiful lineup and color story, so I get the hype around it. The cream has a really good formula. I'll likely wear these as a Skittle sometime in spring maybe, so I'll be able to share then. Funnily, I also bought the mug when it restocked on David's Tea website because after thinking about it, I thought it'd be cute to have it on my desk with my nail brushes and dotting tools. So now I've acquired the whole collection. I suppose I could have bought the entire bundle with the super carton during launch. Now the advent calendar. Spoiler warning if people still care about that, but I didn't buy it. I wasn't even really tempted by it because I don't want limited edition minis. But the way I've been wanting a gold scattered Holo Taco for so long, and this is where they release one, I'm hopeful this will come back as a permanent shade though. But also the way I've been wanting a baby pink crushed holo for forever. But when I saw swatches of it, it didn't hit the nail the way I thought it would. I wanted a warm toned pink like Blush Money, and it to have a pink shimmer running throughout so it can be like a sister shade to Spyglass. But it looks really pale, and I wasn't a fan of the orangey coppery shimmer. So I'm not sad I missed out on that necessarily, but I am sad that this might mean I won't get my dream baby pink crushed holo because it would be quote unquote too similar to that one. The nail file was really pretty though. I would have got that if they sold it as an individual, but I don't need another glass nail file, so all good. But I am annoyed that there was a mini hand cream. I don't specifically remember when, but in one of the royalty surveys a while ago, one of the questions asked if we were to have another product in mini form, what would we want it to be? And I answered hand cream because the regular hand cream is too big to throw in my purse. I'm not a tote bag girly. I like shoulder bags and little mini bags, so it doesn't have to be in the peppermint scent, but I would really love if a mini hand cream became a permanent item. No one else seemed super excited about it in the reviews and unboxings I watched though. Does everyone just carry big purses? Let me know, are you team big or small purse? Holo Taco also just announced and released their new Holo Magnetic Taco. Remember when I showed their silver magnetic taco in my Wicked video and I said I'm pretty sure they will bring this back as permanent? I guess they kind of did, but a holo version. Weird move by Holo Taco to release it towards the end of the sale, but it isn't limited edition so it's fine, I guess. From what I've seen so far, the cat eye line it creates doesn't look as sharp and clean as the regular silver one. I'm just basing that off the official swatches that Holo Taco has released, but I haven't seen any swatching reviews yet, so we'll see. I can purchase way later if I decide I want it, but I'm gonna pass for now. I'm not that interested in it, especially since I owned a regular silver one. I really don't need both. I've been hearing through the grapevine that specifically holographic magnetic pigments tend to die or degrade over time. So if you are interested, it might be best to wait to see how this one holds up over time. But if it is in fact true, it's kind of weird that this one is the one that's permanent and the silver one that I'm assuming is more stable was the limited edition one. Again, I don't really know anything, so we'll wait and see. We might be getting more info soon. I'm filming this voiceover the same day the topper was released. But if you plan to use it frequently, I guess it's like the same concept as thermals. You know, loving and using it as much as you can before it dies. And finally, the 12 Days of Christmas thing that Holo Taco does. They really do a lot. It's a lot to keep up with as a consumer. I am interested to see what declassified shades will come out this year though. There was like a mauvey brown shade from the Disco Cowboy Royalty collection that lost to Moonlit Rodeo, if I remember correctly, that I'm hoping will be released because I really like that shade. I don't know if y'all have any in specific you're hoping to see, but I am pretty excited and interested to see what other polishes come from that. But yeah, that is all from me for now. Thank you so much if you stayed till the end. Feel free to share any and all thoughts you have because I really love chatting and discussing things with y'all. Hope you enjoyed the Suika game. I hope it wasn't too random and that it provided some stimulating background visuals. But yeah, I'll see you all next time. Bye!